Today, just over 50% of the world's population is connected to the internet. So that means that 4 billion people are still without internet access. Obviously, we can see that jobs, skills, training, a lot of that is moving online. So by 2025, it's forecasted that $6.5 trillion worth of GDP growth will be conducted through online work.
So reskilling is something that's going to affect all companies. So having the ability to reskill people effectively allows you not only to have this rare sort of ability that helps you achieve your business goals, but also helps you preserve the fabric of the community of the company itself.
So SkyHive is the best technology in the world to answer 4 questions. What are the skills of my workforce today? What are the skills that are emerging? How do we identify the gaps? How do we bridge those gaps?
So what makes SkyHive really different is this new approach, this new methodology they call quantum labor analysis. It's no longer looking at a CV or a resume and what company did you work at last and what was your title. Quantum labor analysis decomposes resumes and CVs into abilities, potential, the human potential. But probably more importantly, it does the same thing on jobs. It takes big kind of broad views of things and decomposes them down to task levels, down to skills levels, and then maps them together.
Well, what's behind the technology powering our platform? It is the world's biggest knowledge graph. And in this knowledge graph has all of the world's labor market data. We bring all of the data in. And we build this massive knowledge graph, which is the backbone. Using this, we have developed many layers of AI algorithms, which will power all of the applications of SkyHive.
One of the important things about quantum labor analysis is that it explodes the myth of the job title. We say this person is a product manager, or this person is a director of operations. But the truth is, underneath that job title are all these individual tasks, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. And that's where the quantum labor analysis comes in. It breaks down the job into all the quanta, the smallest pieces that are able to be fit together. And all of a sudden now you can say, okay, if I want to be a quote unquote product manager, I need to have the skill of talking with customers. I need to have the skill of working with engineering. I need to have the skill of relating what we're doing on the product roadmap to the business objectives for senior management, right? Somebody may be perfect for a job, but because they didn't happen to have that 2-word job title in their previous position, they're not even considered. When you have quantum labor analysis, not only can you figure out who are the right people for the job, but if you're an individual professional, all of a sudden, the ways that you can remix and recombine the different skills and experiences you have into different jobs, in different industries, different geographies, different companies, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
Well, it's a good thing for the world, knowing what your skills are. Because within the next 5 years, more than 50% of our jobs are going to change dramatically. You can ask yourself, what skills do I have that can transfer to another job that is going to be a job that I could do 5 years from now? And so you want to know that, and so does your employer, and so do all the companies.
SkyHive is a B Corporation. We're a for-profit social impact organization. We're a living wage employer, and we're a proud public proponent of the ethical use of artificial intelligence. So I serve as one of Canada's representatives to the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence, which is the world's first organized body hosted by the OECD and the G7 that's looking at the world's first framework for ethical artificial intelligence and the democratization and transparency of data. And so everything that SkyHive does is very focused on ethics and AI.
One of the truisms of the world is that talent is distributed evenly, but opportunity is not. And it's not just because they weren't living in the right place. In most cases, jobs, opportunities, careers, they're black boxes. They're labels, but we don't necessarily know all the pieces that go into them. And what SkyHive does is it brings transparency and brings greater rigor and detail to this entire process. We look at what actually matters for job performance. What are the things that actually allow companies to succeed? And now all of a sudden, If we offer SkyHive to all these people who did not have these opportunities before, we're no longer bound to just what label they had or what job they previously worked. We can actually sample what kind of skills they have, what kind of experiences they have, and we can help them understand what are all the new possibilities they have and what are the additional skills that if they just acquire one or two can open up a whole new world of possibilities.
I'm very excited to work with SkyHive because they offer a solution that no one else offers. It's going to provide people in the world with jobs that are meaningful, and it's going to provide companies in the world with employees that can do what they need them to do. SkyHive has a skill passport. You might have skills that you aren't even aware of. And what they are able to do is figure out using AI what skills you have and how those skills might be used in another setting.
Because SkyHive is an organization that's wanting to take companies into the future of work, it itself needs to be a leading edge organization within its own four walls. We believe strongly in diversity, equality, and inclusion. We believe in applying all of the new methods of organizational modeling, and I think most importantly, we believe in a very, very strong culture within SkyHive. And so I encourage every single person in the organization to be a thought leader. And it's highly engaging in terms of a culture and a community within the four walls of SkyHive.
Reskilling the world has become even more important since COVID took over. We are now all, as we all know, working from our homes. But think about it from a company standpoint. If their plants are in a different country, they can no longer travel there to fix machinery. If employees or even consumers are now at their homes, you can't solve those problems the same way we traditionally did in stores or face-to-face. So we have to attack this problem of skilling or skills in a whole different way. A whole new set of skills have to be developed. Skills around data, skills around robotics, skills around all forms of automations. It's not that robotics and data are taking over the world. It's more about how do we as humans work with those robotics. That's the change that reskilling is really attacking, and what SkyHive is really attacking, and that's why we think they're such an important company going forward.